Hi guys! Welcome once again to my channel. Let's remember that in the last couple videos we did the ga particle and the wa particle. So today we will be doing the o particle. But first let's start by saying that even though this particle is written as W-O in Japanese, it is actually pronounced as if it was just the letter O. O. Okay? And then the second thing that's important to mention is that if you look in any dictionary or textbook, what it's going to say is the wo particle takes a direct object. And I remember the very first time when I read this and I was like, what does that even mean? Well, what it means is that you must always have a subject. It can be a person, it can be an animal who is going to take an object and who is going to perform an action on that object. So the most common structure is subject, wa particle, object, o particle, and then verb. And there are three main common categories where this particle is used. In the very first category, what we're going to see is that this particle is used with verbs that are very sedentary, that are like you will perform these verbs in a very single spot. You don't have to perform like do a lot of movement or anything like that. It's very sedentary, like eating, drinking, and like that. And we're gonna take a look at a couple of examples with our guest that we had today, Majin Buu from Dragon Ball. Let's take a look at what his daily life looks like in a couple of examples that will take this particle. Let's do this. 彼は食事を待っています。He is waiting for the food. 彼はパジャマを着ています。He is wearing pajamas. 彼は新聞を読みます。He reads a newspaper. 彼は歯を磨きます。He brushes his teeth. Let's remember that after you have mentioned the subject once, you don't have to keep repeating the subject over and over again, like I did in my examples. The reason why I did it there was because I wanted to emphasize in this structure that I mentioned previously. Subject, wa, object, o, and then the verb. Now let's take a look at the second category where the o particle is used. This category shows displacement, meaning that you are in point A and you want to go to point B. So a couple of verbs exist that do this type of displacement motion but do not use the particle o, and instead they use other particles. But in this video I got a couple of examples that you will be perfectly okay by using the particle o. So I highly recommend you to practice the verbs shown in this video. So let's start. To start off with our examples, we can think of the verbs go up and go down. 階段を上る go up the stairs. 階段を降りる go down the stairs. This verb 降りる is also used with transportation, like a bus or like a train, and it means to get off from the bus or the train and so on. And it also takes the particle o. Next, we can have the verb to fly. And for this one, we can imagine an airplane or a bird or Superman flying up in the sky. And the example I got is 空を飛ぶ。空を tobu, fly in the sky. We can also start thinking about the streets or roads, and because they take us from point A to point B, these are a perfect example of what the particle O needs. So the examples I have are michi o aruku, walk on the road, michi o toru, pass along the street. But of course, along with this, we can also think about places such as parks. In the examples that I got for the parks are koen o hashiru, run in the park, koen o sanpo suru, stroll in the park. And then finally, one of the most common structures that take us from one point to another would be a bridge. So I have hashi o wataru, cross the bridge. And then we have a third category for the particle o, and this is used with the verb deru to represent a point of departure. So let's suppose you are in such a hurry to go to the bathroom and you're like, oh my god, I gotta go to the bathroom. Then you ask someone, toire wa doko desu ka? And then that person comes to you and says, ano midori no doa o dete, migi ni magatte kudasai. So you ask, where is the toilet? And the person is, get from that green door and turn right. And then you finally find the toilet. So this is another situation where you will find the O particle to be used. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Yeah, mata ne. Bye bye.